Hi there, thanks for watching. I hope you're doing well today. And now what I want to do is go through and show you how each of these different types of microphones sound. You can hear examples of some of the microphones that have been mentioned in the article, which will be linked below if you're looking on YouTube. And I want to show you how the dynamic microphone sounds warmer and deeper and a lot less treble, which is better for untreated rooms, especially if you're recording at home. And then I want to show you a large diaphragm condenser, which sounds really nice and natural and open and clear. And then finally, I want to show you a small diaphragm condenser, which is similar to the large diaphragm condenser, but because of the smaller diaphragm, it's got a bit more top end. So they're a bit brighter. Sometimes a bit too bright, and this is completely subjective. I really like the sound of small diaphragm condensers on voice. That's what you're listening to now at the moment, actually. And this is especially great for adverts and other situations where you really want the voice to cut through. To keep everything consistent, all of these examples were recorded at 6 inches. So this means that recording technique and microphone placement and distance from the mic isn't going to have an impact on the sound. What you're about to hear is purely the differences between the different microphone types. So first of all, let's listen to that MD41. It is my voice too, so hopefully we don't get too confusing, but I'm going to play it now. The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. So you can hear it really brings out the bass in my voice, sounds nice and warm. This is great for podcasts, audio books, and radio, things like that, where you want to sound really warm and inviting, a bit more comforting, a bit more close and personal sound. Next, let's listen to a large diaphragm condenser, specifically the NT1. And this is a really great condenser, really typical sound, slightly brighter than most other large diaphragm condensers, but you'll hear straight away how much more natural it sounds, how much more open it sounds, and much clearer as well. It's just a very different type of sound. Let's take a listen. The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. So you can hear a huge difference there. Sounds less, if anything, it sounds thin in comparison, but that's because we just heard the really warm sound of a dynamic. With that, you've still got some bottom end there, but you've got lots more top end. It's much clearer. And then when we go to the small diaphragm condenser, specifically here we're listening to a MK012, which is Octaver, and I love these mics. This is going to sound even brighter and even more open compared to that large diaphragm condenser. Let's take a listen. The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. So you can hear very different characteristic of sound. A lot more top end. It sounds much more open, a lot crisper. If anything, it's a bit too much. I do tend to drop the highs a tiny bit on this microphone. But there you go, you can really clearly hear the difference between those 3 different microphones. And now before we finish, I just want to quickly show you how an SM58 sounds in comparison. Because I mentioned briefly in the article that using a dedicated live vocal mic isn't necessarily the best thing to do for recording a voiceover. So first of all, here's the SM58 at 5 inches, which is about the same as about the same distance that we've just heard all the other microphones at, but you'll notice a huge difference. There's absolutely no bottom end at all, and it sounds really artificial. Let's have a listen. The quick brown fox jumped over a lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumped over a lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumped over a lazy dog. So you can hear at that distance, that kind of ideal distance of 5 inches, it sounds absolutely awful. It's completely unusable. And in a live situation, this might be okay because all we really want to do is focus on the voice, and these are really good at rejecting background noise and capture an intelligible recording of the speaker. But in a home studio where there's not any background noise, there is no reason to use one of these. You could get up close and use it at 1 inch, which is kind of how they're designed. And you'll hear this sounds much better, but it still sounds really unnatural and odd compared to the other microphones. Let's have a listen. The quick brown fox jumped over a lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumped over a lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumped over a lazy dog. So it sounds okay, it's just not ideal. And to give you a quick comparison now, let's go back to the NT1, a large diaphragm, now that you've just heard that. The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. You can hear it's completely different. The SM58 sounded really unnatural. So until next time.